All right, thank you. Thank you, Senator, for joining us today.
My honor, Karen.
Now, in 1 minute, please tell us about yourself and why you're running for office.
Well, I think everyone knows about myself because I've been a member of the United States Senate for 20 years. And there's hardly any position that people don't know that I have. They may not agree with me, but they know that I take positions. You know, I was considering not doing this 2 years ago at election time. And that's when I really believed that Barack Obama was not going to be reelected. When I found out that he was, I thought, you know, there are 3 areas that I'm willing to stand out in front and fight this guy that nobody else is. One is I'm the ranking member of the Armed Services Committee, so I'm in a position to know how bad he is, what he's done in disarming America. The second area is in another committee that I'm on, and that is I'm able to stand up and fight him against his war on fossil fuels. You know, we could be energy independent right now if we didn't have him in the White House. And the third thing is the overregulation of the EPA. Everyone understands what that is.
All right. Senator, if you will, as the U.S. ramps up operations against militants in Syria, what role do you think that the armed forces should play, United States armed forces should play in fighting militants such as ISIS?
Well, Karen, first of all, as I said, I'm the ranking member of the Armed Services Committee, so I'm the right guy to ask. Here's the problem that we've got. We have a president who has spent 6 years disarming America. Now keep in mind, that's just not me saying it. The chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff said that we're so unready that we're really not capable of a full front. And so with that in mind, this idea of doing it from the air, we know we can't get it all done from the air. Right now in the area up in the northern part of Syria, on the border of the northern border, if the ISIS is able to take over there, they're going to be killing, murdering many Kurds and many Christians up there. So we've got to enlist the people. And I think the Kurds have the best opportunity if we can give them the material. We don't have the number of boots that we really need to have on the ground. However, we have boots on the ground now. And so I'm in a position to do something about this, and I'll be spending quite a bit of time over there. And I really believe we can win this thing, but it's not going to be easy.
Senator, what plans do you have to address the federal budget deficit and the national debt?
Well, first of all, the debt is a result of this president and what he has done and his policies. And what he has done at the expense of the military, he's put all of his money in his programs. For example, we have twice as many people on food stamps today as we did when he was first elected. We discovered that he has actually spent $120 billion on global warming. And that wasn't authorized, it wasn't appropriated. He did it on his own. So there's where the problem is. Clearly, we need to go back and re-establish the priorities of putting military first, particularly in this endangered time right now, and then doing away with a lot of his social programs. And we got them all listed, and they're on my website.
Now, how would you ensure that Social Security and Medicare remain viable for future generations?
Well, you know, as far as Medicare is concerned, the Medicare Trust people say that it's viable, let's say I believe they said until 2033. And then the CBO, that's Congressional Budget Office, says that our Social Security will be viable until 2030. So we'll have this time to try to do something right. We're not going to be able to do it. Unfortunately, it shouldn't be a partisan issue, but it is a partisan issue. We're going to have to make major changes in both of these programs in order for them to last beyond the 2030s.
And what reforms would you propose in light of the recent VA scandal to ensure that our veterans are getting quality health care?
Yeah, well, Karen, we're ahead of you on that because we've already done it. We have had the reforms in there. And you know, this is one of the rare cases. Bernie Sanders is one of the most liberal members. He's one of my closest friends because he's a liberal in the Senate, but he's not a hypocrite. He is just what he says he is. We worked with him, so as conservatives working with liberals, and we got that pretty well taken care of. And we also have the Tulsa clinic back reestablished. It was taken off the list.
And Senator, we have about 30 seconds left. Very briefly, address what steps you would suggest for Congress to tackle immigration.
Well, I just got back from down there. We have two problems that people are concerned with immigration. One is what the president has done by inviting all these kids up through Mexico into across the border. We are now, in the next few days, you'll be seeing what's happening to these kids once they're over. That is something that we can do. In the area of the general problem, let's secure the borders. Secure the borders and make sure we have some kind of a work program that allows them to come over and not have a fast track to citizenship. I've been fortunate in being the keynote speaker at many of the naturalization ceremonies. It's just fun to watch these people who do it the right way.
Senator, thank you very much. That's our time.
Thank you.